Greetings everyone. So we are going to start unit 4 of your textbook. Okay, now in this unit or in this video we are going to study how to use MySQL. Okay, how do we use the commands to write the to create or to manipulate the database. So the first thing, whenever you click over here, okay, whenever you start this window MySQL, it will ask to enter a password. So just enter the root password over here. Okay, I already told you to remember the password while you install this system. Okay, it needs to be entered over here. Every time you open this window, it will ask the password. Now MySQL and this blink light was shown here. So here you have to write the command. Now, MySQL is not case sensitive, it is case insensitive language. Now the meaning of case insensitive is that you can write the code either in small or caps or mixed case, camel case, that is, it doesn't matter. Okay, it will properly execute the command. So if you want, you can write it in small letter. If you have written in small and then you want to use in a particular alphabetical order or capital order, then it doesn't changes anything. So first step is we have to create a database, and in a database we create several tables. ओके, सो बहुत सारे टेबल होंगे और वो सारे टेबल एक डेटाबेस के अंदर होंगे. इसी तरह से आप एक दूसरे डेटाबेस बना सकते हैं जिसके अंदर बहुत सारे टेबल होंगे, एंड दिस इज हाउ इट्स गोइंग टू वर्क. सो फर्स्ट, टू क्रिएट अ टेबल द कमांड इज CREAT, create. Okay, I have written it in a capital letter, so कहीं highlight हो. If you want, you can just simply write it in small also. So create, and then we use the word database. Okay, create database. So this we have to specify. So it shows, okay, we have to create a database. SQL has to create a database, and then you write the name of the database. So let's see, I want to create a database called schools. Okay, and it needs to end with a semicolon. Now that's a compulsory thing. Okay, so this is the syntax. You have to write create database, and then here you specify the name of the database which you want to create and press enter. Now it has shown query okay, one row affected. So what does it mean is that one database is being created. Now if I want to see whether it was created, or if I just want to see how many databases are there, so for that I use the command show, and I want to check for databases, so I will write show databases. Okay, see the word, while I have to create a database, I have used the database word. Now I want to check all the databases, therefore I am using the word databases. Okay, in plural. Now, so this list is being generated in the output. So this is school and schools. School was already created by me for different class. Now I have created another database, schools, which we have created right now. Okay, demo was also created by me. There were some inbuilt databases called information schema, MySQL, performance schema, and sys for system. Okay, so these are this. Right now I have created this one. So using this you are going to create a database. Now next step is I have to create a table in database called schools. So I can't simply start writing the command for that. First, as you see over here, we have 7 databases right now. So we have to specify which database I am going to use. Okay, we have to select on which database I want to perform the changes, or whatever thing I want to do, and which database I want to use it. Therefore we use the term use So these steps, this use command needs to be done whenever you start this system, okay, for making sure that okay, this is a database I'm going to work on. So use schools, okay, and this. So now it's shown database changed. So means right now what I'm going to do is it will be performed on this database which I want to do. Okay. So next is we have another command called select database. Now this command is used to see which database we are currently working on. Okay, the difference between use and select command is when we use schools, it changes the database. I mean, it makes sure that okay, we are going to perform the changes on schools. When I use the command select database, it is we are just checking which database we are currently working on. Suppose there are two programmers. I'm working on a code on this database, and I just left for a break. Someone else came over here and they want to perform the changes. So obviously they are going to first confirm whether the correct database is opened or not. So they can just use this query select databases, and the result will be schools. Okay, so okay, fine, we are working on the correct database. Or if they want to do the changes in different, so they can see okay, no, another database name is being opened over here, so they can just use the different database name. So this is how it's going to work. Okay, now here we have used this parenthesis also with database. So you have to remember the proper syntax is, every command has different syntax, so you have to remember all these things. So these are initially we have to do these changes. Now once the database is being created, we have created a database school. Now we are going to create the tables. Okay, we are going to create tables in this database. So to create a table, the command is create table. Just like we have used create database, that similarly we have used create table, and then we will specify the name of the table. Okay, now to create a table there are many options to do this. So let's just go to the options one by one. So the first option is simply create a table, and let's say a table called learner. Okay, or it's a school, so we can create a table called student. Okay, and then we will put a parenthesis. You can either give a space or don't give a space, it doesn't matter. Here we are going to specify the columns in the table. Okay, the attributes जो हमारे टेबल में कॉलम्स जितने भी होते हैं वो सब हम यहाँ पे स्पेसिफाई करेंगे एट द टाइम ऑफ क्रिएटिंग द टेबल ऑल्सो ओनली. ओके, जब कॉलम के नेम आएंगे तभी तो टेबल क्रिएट होगा. सो स्टूडेंट फर्स्ट उसकी कॉलम या एट्रीब्यूट क्या होना चाहिए. द कॉलम सीक्वेंस कैन डिफर. वी आर जस्ट थिंकिंग कि व्हाट आर द रिक्वायर्ड फील्ड्स for my data entry. So obviously in a school first we need a roll number, right? So we have written roll number. Now the thing is I cannot write roll number like this. Why? We cannot have a space between name of a attribute or name of a table or name of a database. We can't use spaces in between or this hyphen symbol. Okay, इस तरह से हम यूज नहीं कर सकते. What we need over here is, if you want, either just write it like this. We cannot use a dot also over here. Either use it like this, or if you want to distinguish between two different words, and still you want to combine them, just use underscore. Okay, so we have used underscore over here, and then you can write okay, roll number. After specifying the attribute or column name, then we are going to specify the data type. So a roll number, what are the roll numbers in school? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So ये क्या है? Numbers है. And numbers के लिए हमारा data type क्या होता है? Either we can have integer or we can use decimal. Now roll number are not going to be in decimal, so the correct data type will be integer. Okay, so this is first column. Then we will use a comma and space and write the name of another column. Now we want the name of the student, so I can write name. You can have a first name or last name columns also. Okay. So name, and name will be, do we know the length of anyone's name? No, right? It will vary according to the name of a student. Okay, so the data type will be varchar, because it will be a text type, therefore we are going to use either char or varchar, but the length varies. Okay, we don't have a specific length, fixed length, therefore we are going to use varchar. And again in a bracket on parenthesis we will specify the maximum length. For example, let's say 50. Now name cannot be greater than 50. Okay, you can change the limit according to yourself. So this is how another entry was done. Next, if you want to add another column, similarly just add, suppose you want to add there another information. Okay, so suppose marks. Now marks will be in decimal points, so data type will be decimal. Now in decimal, what we need is, we want, so maximum can be 100, right? So 100 is a 3-digit number, and comma 2.00, or if you want you can just simply write 1 also, 0.1. So it can depend on your data type entries, and then close this bracket and again close this. So the second parenthesis we have closed for this one, and semicolon, enter. So using this, your query, it is showing query okay, 0 row affected. So what it means is that your one table is being created in the database. Now again, if you want to see whether the created table is being shown or not, for that what you have to do is just write the command show tables, okay, and enter. Now it is showing, see the output, tables in schools. School was the name of database, so tables in school, और यहाँ पे आ गया student, because we have created only one table. Okay, next, so this is used to see tables. Now if I want to see the description of table, okay, if I want to see the description of table, we have two options. Either use DESC, short for description, and write the name student, okay, and or you can write the whole word describe. Describe student. so the output will be same. So either use describe or disc for short. Now you can see all the columns which I have created. It is showing it as this field. So field, how many fields are there, or how many columns will be in my table? 3 columns: roll number, name and marks. We have specified the data type, so it is showing type. Then we didn't write any constraint. Have we specified any constraint over here? No. Therefore these values are showing like this. Okay, we didn't specify any null default value, so it is showing null. Null means it is not defined right now. Nothing extra is over here. We didn't specify the type of key. We didn't specify whether a value can be null or not. So this is how we have created a table. Now this is first way. Now the second way is, what if I already know that roll number is going to be the primary key in my table. Okay, I already know this information. So what I could do, I could have simply wrote primary key at this point only. Okay, because obviously in a table I want to create a primary key. What I have to do now, I have to write the command alter table, and I will add, okay fine, roll number is going to be primary key. So this is two-step work. So therefore it is better option that at the time of creating the table only we specify the necessary constraints. Now to do this, what we have to do is, we can write the primary key. Now using the primary key, how we are going to create this as a primary key, that also varies. Okay, so let's just go through one by one methods. So the first thing is, now I cannot perform the change in this table only, so I'm going to create another table for that. Okay, so let's just create just random table. So create table, and shoes. Okay, it's in your textbook, so I'm just using this. So a shoes will have a code, and we are using the code because I want this as my primary key, and code will be a fixed length number. Okay, so therefore I have used the data type char 4. It means it will be a 4-digit number or alphanumeric code, basically text. Okay, it cannot be a number. It can use number, but they will be considered as text. Then I can write which type of those shoes are. Now the name will vary, so let's just say varchar 20. Size of those shoes, either, now there is the other two way to write integer. Either write integer completely, or you can just simply write int. Okay, and so integer. And what is the cost? Obviously we need a cost for this, and decimal. Whatever the cost, it can be a 6-7 digit number, whichever you like according to your supply and demand. Then how much quantity is in stock. Okay, and then closing parenthesis and this. Now ये तो कोड आपका ऊपर जैसा ही हो गया. Now in this attributes we can see that code will be unique for all of this, right? Code हमारा क्या होगा? Unique होगा. Therefore what I am going to do, I am going to create code as my primary key. Now for that I will write over here the word. I am showing it in capital to highlight this. I will write the word primary key. Okay, just have to write the word primary key, and then I am going to execute this. Now it's showing 0 row affected. Just leave this thing, and if you want it again, check the description. So you can describe shoes. Now see the difference in this table and this table. What is the difference? We have specified the primary key, therefore see in this key column it is showing PRI, which stands for that this is our primary key. So it is being created primary key. Now we cannot have same value for this column. Okay, we cannot have same values in two rows for this column. Again it is showing null as no. We didn't specify that, but that is the default setting for primary key, that it cannot be a null value. So it has already been written no over here. So this is another way to create primary key. If I want to add another constraint also, for example, if I want to set a default type, that I have a particular shoe type, if it is not specified, then it's going to be automatically filled over here. Then I can write the default over here also. Okay, so at the time of creating the table I can specify all the constraints. If I don't remember something afterwards, I can add it at different time also. We will see how it is done afterwards. Now let's just focus on creating the primary key at different time. Now the second way is, I'll just create this. Okay, I cannot create a same table with same name, so I'm just going to change the name of my table. It's shoes. I'm just going to do here just write shoe. Okay, now I didn't write the you have seen that I didn't write the code again. So if you just if you want to repeat a command, rather than writing the command again, you can just simply use the arrow keys. Okay, and you can find how it is done. Just do it yourself and you will see how it's done. Now just keep on pressing the arrow key once you have at least written 5-6 commands. Now if I didn't write the primary key over here, I want to create combination of two columns as my primary key. That can also happen, right? Okay, in this case I am just creating a single column as my primary key. What if I want combination of two columns as my primary key? We cannot have two columns, two different primary key, but we can have कॉम्बिनेशन, राइट. हमारे पास दो कॉलम्स का हम कंबाइन करके एक प्राइमरी की क्रिएट कर सकते हैं, हम दो प्राइमरी की क्रिएट नहीं कर सकते. सो फॉर दैट लेट्स से code char is my primary key and another will be the type. Okay, so I want the combination of these two columns as my primary key. For that the code will be, after creating the columns, what we have to do, we write the word again primary key, okay, comma, we will write the word primary. Okay, either write this in small or caps, that doesn't matter. Primary key and in bracket again specify the column names. Now you don't have to specify the data type, just write the name of the column. We wanted code and type. Okay, so I have specified like this. Okay, and then again query. Okay, so let's just see this. Now you can see in two fields it is showing key. So we don't have two keys, but we have combination of these two as a key. Okay, so this is the second way to create a primary key.